Retiring abroad sounds like a dream. Sun-soaked beaches, lower costs of living, new adventures waiting at every corner. But beneath the dream lies a truth no one wants to talk about: the hidden costs. These aren't the obvious ones like plane tickets or moving expenses. These are the traps, the overlooked details, the expenses that creep up after the honeymoon phase ends. And if you're not prepared, they can turn your retirement dream into a retirement nightmare. The first hidden cost is healthcare. People move abroad imagining cheap clinics and affordable doctors. And yes, in some countries, that's true, at first. But what happens when you need specialized care? What happens when you need a major surgery, or when you face chronic illness? Suddenly, that cheap healthcare isn't so cheap anymore. Many retirees discover too late that international insurance premiums skyrocket after 65. The plan that seemed affordable in your 50s becomes a financial burden later on. The second hidden cost is visas. Retiree visas often look simple. Prove income, show savings, and you're approved. But visa renewals, legal fees, and residency upgrades? They can drain your savings faster than you think. Some countries require proof of income that rises each year. Others add hidden legal costs, document fees, and even mandatory health coverage tied to residency. The third hidden cost is inflation. You may move somewhere where a meal costs $5 today. But 5 years from now, that same meal could be $12. And retirees on fixed incomes feel the sting more than anyone. Too many retirees underestimate inflation abroad. They think their dollar or euro will always stretch further. But local economies shift, and you may find yourself squeezed in ways you never expected. The fourth hidden cost is currency exchange. Your retirement check may come in dollars, but your rent, utilities, and groceries might not. Exchange rates fluctuate wildly. A favorable rate today can collapse tomorrow, slashing your spending power overnight. The fifth hidden cost is property. Buying abroad seems tempting: cheap villas, ocean view condos, countryside escapes. But foreign ownership laws vary drastically. In some countries, you can't actually own land, only lease it. In others, inheritance laws mean your children may not inherit what you thought they would. Add property taxes, hidden fees, and legal risks, and suddenly cheap real estate feels a lot less cheap. The sixth hidden cost is healthcare emergencies. Even if your day-to-day care is affordable, what about medical evacuation? If you need to be flown back to your home country, the cost can be staggering, sometimes over $50,000. Most retirees don't budget for that. And when it happens, families are blindsided. The seventh hidden cost is taxes. Many retirees assume moving abroad frees them from taxes. But depending on your citizenship, you may still owe taxes back home. Some countries double tax unless treaties are in place. Filing taxes across two nations often requires accountants who specialize in expatriate returns, and their fees aren't cheap. The eighth hidden cost is family distance. It's not measured only in dollars, but it often costs dollars. Flights back home for weddings, funerals, or emergencies quickly add up. What felt like cheap living suddenly comes with expensive travel. And if children or grandchildren need to visit you, the cost often falls on you to help. The ninth hidden cost is language barriers. At first, struggling through conversations feels like part of the adventure. But when dealing with doctors, landlords, or government offices, miscommunication can cost real money. Hiring translators, paying higher prices as a foreigner, or even losing opportunities because of language gaps adds up. The 10th hidden cost is loneliness. It may not show up on a balance sheet, but it hits the hardest. Building new networks abroad takes time, energy, and sometimes money. Clubs, social groups, and expat organizations often charge membership fees. And when loneliness sets in, many retirees cope with costly distractions, extra travel, entertainment, or moving again to a new country. The 11th hidden cost is lifestyle creep. You arrive intending to live simply. But soon, you're dining out more, traveling more, indulging in luxuries you'd never afford back home. Because everything feels cheaper, you spend more. And slowly, your budget breaks. The 12th hidden cost is security. Not all destinations are equally safe. Expats often pay for gated communities, guards, or higher insurance premiums to feel secure. That's a cost no brochure mentions. The 13th hidden cost is transportation. Cars may be cheaper, but importing one is not. Gas, insurance, maintenance, and licenses often carry foreigner premiums. Public transport can be unreliable, forcing you into costly alternatives. The 14th hidden cost is estate planning. Many countries have inheritance laws that conflict with your will back home. If you don't plan ahead, your estate may be divided in ways you never intended. Fixing this often requires international lawyers and big fees. The 15th hidden cost is returning home. Some retirees eventually decide life abroad isn't sustainable. But selling property, shipping belongings, and re-establishing back home can wipe out savings. No one talks about the cost of coming back. But it happens more than you think. And here's the hardest truth of all: retiring abroad can be wonderful, but only if you plan for the costs no one talks about. Healthcare, visas, inflation, taxes, family, loneliness, each one chips away at your dream if ignored. But with preparation, the dream is still possible. The retirees who thrive abroad are the ones who face these costs head on. They budget realistically. They secure insurance. They plan for emergencies. They accept that retiring abroad isn't an escape, it's a commitment. So if you're considering retiring abroad in 2025, don't be blinded by glossy magazines and YouTube montages. Ask yourself the hard questions now. Because the hidden costs are real. And once you've moved, discovering them too late is the most expensive mistake of all.